Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com saying bye-bye to the Amex Green Card. In this video, I will tell you why, but first I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So I'm saying goodbye to the American Express Green Card. I have had it for a couple of years. I was coming up on the second renewal, which would have meant the third time that I was paying $150 for the card, and so it was actually a pretty easy decision to let it go. So I got this card back in November of 2019. American Express had just revamped the card, added rewards, added some benefits, had a bigger bonus of 45,000 points, which I actually just saw today. There was an opportunity for 50,000 points. But anyway, 45,000 points if I spent, I can't remember what it was, $2,000 or $3,000 or something of that nature. So I decided to jump on it, even though I was a little unsure of how I felt. The card was better than it had been before, but I wasn't really sure if it was worth $150. But that 45,000 points I figured was worth at least $450 when I redeemed those points, and then I would earn some more points in actually getting to the point where I could get that 45,000 points and earn that bonus. So I knew that even if I spent $300 in annual fees on this card for a couple of years, that bonus was going to be worth more than that, and so I was at least going to have some sort of positive value. Now, I'm saying that membership rewards points to me are worth about a penny a point. Some people would tell you they were worth more. Some people, like the points guy, would tell you that they're worth 2 pennies a piece. That's not happening for very many of us, or maybe it's happening here and there, but that's certainly not the average as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I thought 45,000 points, it was still worth it even if I pay that annual fee for a couple of years, but going into the third year, not so much. Now, for the $150 annual fee on the American Express Green, what you are getting in terms of American Express membership rewards points is 3 points per dollar on restaurants, 3 points per dollar on transit, 3 points per dollar on travel, 1 point per dollar everywhere else. The main extra benefits or credits to the card are a $100 clear credit that helps you get through the airport faster. Clear costs $179 per year, so that is not taking care of the complete clear purchase. And then you also have a $100 Lounge Buddy credit on there that allows you to get credited for using an airport lounge. So if you use those things, max them out, maybe you would say, okay, well, $150 is worth it if I, use that Lounge Buddy and I got the clear credit and all that stuff was valuable to me. But to me, it really wasn't. And those 3 points per dollar on restaurants, transit, travel were things that I could get the same or better on other cards that I had, including in some cases, no annual fee cards. So not a whole lot there for me to continue paying. And I carry the American Express Platinum card, which has its big $695 annual fee. And that one, to be honest with you, I don't really see as worth its annual fee either, but that has a full clear credit on it. So even that clear credit, if I was to, look at that, for me personally, it wouldn't be worth it because I could get that from the American Express Platinum. So again, that Platinum card, I keep it for this channel mostly because I like to know what's going on with it. But for $695, I don't know if I would keep my hands on that card either. But anyway, with that card, this card really became sort of redundant. And with other cards I had, if I'm getting 4% or 5% on some of these things like restaurants and travel, well then, even if I think American Express membership rewards points are worth a little bit more than I initially said, I'm still probably not going to do better. And there is that $150 annual fee to consider. Now, some people that are really into the credit card rewards game would say, well, you shouldn't have just canceled the card. You should have seen if you could have gotten a retention bonus, or maybe if you could have gotten a bonus for upgrading to the American Express Gold card. Maybe they would have offered me, 15,000 points if I'd spent a couple $1,000s on the card in the next few months, and then that sort of would have taken care of the $150 annual fee for the coming year. Or maybe they would have given me something similar if I'd upgraded to the American Express Gold card. Honestly, I just didn't really want to deal with it, because as far as I was concerned, whether I kept this card for another year and if I had to put more spend on it, then that's just spend I'm not putting somewhere else. Or if I upgraded to the Gold card, I'm not really all that into what it offers. And like I said, there are a lot of really good cards out on the market there where you can get 4% or 5% on a lot of the everyday categories that American Express might be giving you these membership rewards points for. But unless you really know how to maximize the value of them, you'd be better off getting 4% or 5% cash back in a lot of these categories, and it wouldn't require as much work to sort of get the value from them. So that is pretty much how I saw it. It wasn't worth it to go after a retention bonus or anything like that, because it just sort of meant that I was, I don't want to say handcuffed, but I was going to be in the card or another card for at least another year. And if I'd upgraded to the gold, I probably would have felt almost handcuffed into the card for multiple years. Honestly, I have to wonder within the next couple of years if American Express is going to be almost forced to allow its cardholders to cash out their membership rewards points at a penny per piece if they choose to do so, something you cannot do today. Almost every single one of their card competitors does do so with their points programs. American Express says they are doing really well. They just had earnings recently and said they have all kinds of new card holders that don't necessarily fit their traditional, what you would think of as an American Express customer, someone who is wealthier, professional people that travel a lot, that sort of thing. So they're bringing in people that don't necessarily fit that mold. But I look at that and I say, well, you know what? You've had gargantuan bonuses for the last year and a half on most of your cards, so people maybe were willing to pay an annual fee to get a hold of some of those bonuses. But how are they going to feel in year two? And how are they going to feel, especially when they go to redeem some of their points and find out that it is not all that easy to get great value from their points? I have a lot of American Express points, and sometimes I can find decent value from them, but most of the time at best I'm getting 1 cent per piece, and it is a pain in the butt to get much more than 1 cent per piece. Yes, you can go on the Points Guy and everybody else and they'll tell you all these different ways that you can get more value, and some people do. But for most people, if they have the card and they just suddenly have all these points and they go to redeem them and they kind of look at face value, what's there? They're gonna go, wait a second, I thought these were gonna be worth a little bit more than they're worth. Now, when I talk about those membership rewards points values, I should make it clear that I'm talking about the cards on the consumer side. On the business side, it's a little better, not necessarily on the green card, but on the gold card and the platinum card, you have an easy rebate on your points when you use them toward travel. So you can get 25% back on the gold card, 35% back on the platinum card. And so that's pretty easy to see that you can get more than a penny per point when you do it that way. So you go through Amex Travel and you book your travel and they're going to give you 25% or 35% of your points back, and so then obviously you're going to be getting more than a penny a piece for them. But that's on the business side. Those same things are not available to you on the consumer side. So I'm out on the Amex Green. Now, like I said in another video, when I get a new credit card that has an annual fee like this, especially one with a big bonus, I kind of want to keep myself on the right side of the credit card company so I don't look like I'm just churning through their credit cards. So I figure I'm going to keep the card for at least a couple years. I'm going to pay a couple years of annual fees. So I'm thinking, what is that bonus? What does the card offer? What am I going to get over those couple years versus the money I'm going to pay to keep that card? And then that also gives me a couple years to decide if I do want to keep that card. So in this case, I got the 45,000 point bonus. I got some other points from the purchases I made. I really didn't use the extras on this card, but still, as far as I'm concerned, that's positive value, even if it's not hugely positive value. And from American Express's side, it's maybe a wash. I don't know what they think of as the value of their points internally, but if I paid $300 and I got 45,000 plus points, I don't know how they see that. But anyway, going forward, I don't see a good reason to keep this card. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you got questions, comments, I'd love to hear them. Please put them in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews and we talk personal finance and we talk deals and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.